Hello there, welcome back to Crafters TV. It is Sunday, it's the end of the week. It's almost the end of an era as well, because it's a brand new schedule starting tomorrow. We're so excited about it. We're going to tell you more about that as we go through the next couple of hours. It is all about Second Chance Sunday. And Second Chance Sunday is about us bringing back all of the great products that you have seen in recent weeks that you really wanted a second chance to get your hands on. If you've got suggestions, maybe there's things you missed out on that you'd love to see appear on a Second Chance Sunday show, you can request them. Email us, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk for Second Chance Sunday in the subject heading, and we will do our best to bring them back for you. Now, I need a great friend and colleague to help me bring my week to a close, and luckily I have one in the studio with me. Debbie Fisher is here. Debbie, how are you?
Yay, hi everyone. Yes, all good, really well, Joe, and it's great to be back, and especially working with you, Joe. It's always a pleasure. In fact, it's always too many giggles, that's the trouble with us, but it is quite amazing. Are we going to get straight on to this, Joe?
Oh, go on then, we'll let you. Do you know what? Loads of you chatting away already. If you want to get in touch with us, you can. If you want to send us pictures, you can do that. I'll tell you about all the ways we can. But really, Debbie just is, she's flabbergasted by the value. What's going on with my hair? I look like Boris Johnson. Debbie is flabbergasted. Look at the state of it. It's like I brushed it with a balloon. Debbie is flabbergasted by the value in this box. So should we... Debbie, you can be my very own influencer off Instagram if you want. Should we do an unboxing video? How about that?
Oh yes, we could do an unboxing to our beautiful box. So this box is so incredible. Now I know we bring you really amazing craft boxes, but this one for me really does tell you how much is worth in this box for how little you're getting it for. There is so much in this box, and I think just putting it into perspective, when I open it up here, the actual embossing folders that you get in this box, these are 3D embossing folders. Now the thing with 3D embossing folders, what you've actually got here is what we normally charge of $7.99 for an embossing folder, for a 3D embossing folder.
So that's the cost of the box itself?
So yes, because you're getting 3 of those. So, but not only are you getting this embossing folder, you are getting 2 stencils. Now I would say, getting 2 stencils this size, in an A5 size, you're probably paying around £5. So for these stencils, I mean, I'm only guessing at these prices because these are the sort of price I've paid in the past for stencils and embossing folders. The embossing folders, our embossing folders are $7.99. So having 2 stencils that coordinate over the top of the embossing folders is amazing. So that's the first one. The next one is our poppies, which is just beautiful. I have a daughter named Poppy, so poppies are a really beautiful flower to have. Again, you are getting that overlay stencil, which you'll get that precision through them. So anyone that wasn't sure what to do with embossing folders, this is definitely the kit for you. You've then got this gorgeous, almost sort of trellis effect background stencil. And remember, you can use these on your own. You don't have to use them together, but obviously they're made to work together. And this one, you're just going to love. I think people are going to fly to get this one. It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to show you a quick sample what our Fiona made. How gorgeous is that? Just using part of the embossing folder there, and that background there is created with the background stencil. So you get a background stencil with that one, you get the overlay stencil with it as well. But it doesn't stop there, Joe. Oh no, not just do we get 6 stencils, 3 embossing folders, we then get beautiful ribbons. 3 lots of ribbons there. No, we're not just going to give you those. We're going to give you them in 3 different sizes. And there we go. You've got your large, your medium, and your small ribbon there in 3 different colours, 3 different sizes. You're then getting the most gorgeous dewdrops. These look so effective on cards. They look incredible because they really do look like droplets of rain when they're on your cards. They're lovely. You're then getting your pack of gems. I mean, you're talking anything from £1 to £2 for a pack of these. These are incredible, good quality gems. I'm going to bring a part of my card blanks up because you do get card blanks as well in here. You get in these sentiments as well. So thinking of you, thank you, happy birthday. You're then getting getting 1, 2, 3 different sizes of cardstock in there, which is absolutely incredible. And then to top that off, you are getting the 3 different sizes of envelopes to create all your finished cards and have them presented. It still doesn't stop there, Joe. We are still going. So what else do you need to create? Of course you need your paper pack.
These are always great value, but this one, Debbie, is chock-a-block, isn't it?
It's genuinely, I think it is, yes. Our producer Johnny has just said he thinks it's the best box ever. And I absolutely agree with him. You get really pretty, beautiful spring colours, colours that make you smile, colours that will really brighten anyone's day. You're then getting those block colours behind that are double-sided in their colour. I mean, look at the vibrancy in this kit. It's absolutely flying off the charts. It's amazing. You're going to love it. I just cannot believe how much we've got in this box for the price it is.
Absolutely.
Incredible, Joe.
$24.99 whether you're in the UK or in the US. Platinum members, you'll be looking at, what, £20 or $20. When they've gone, they've gone. We only have a finite amount of them. They are awesome, whether you're going to have it for yourself and use it as intended. Also, remember what you've got is video tutorials as well. CraftersCompanionBox.com. I'll tell you more about that a little bit later in the show, but you've got tutorials there for you all worked out, which are absolutely awesome. What also I would say is if you want us to send that to someone else, because you know how things are. We're on full lockdown again here in the UK. I know you guys in the States are on varying degrees of lockdown as well. Sometimes it's nice just to send someone a little care package, isn't it? Someone that already owns a small die cutting machine. So if they had something like a MIDI or anything that's going to take those A5 embossing folders through, you can absolutely maybe send them this. We can send you the bill. We can send the box to them. It's absolutely something that we can do for you. It's going to be very busy. We're going to see a lot more of that as we go through the show. Lots of you saying hello already as well. Barbara is in Riverside, California. She says, I hope everyone is having a fabulous day. I certainly am. I think Debbie's having a fabulous day. The team in the gallery, they sound chirpy as well. So I would say, yes, Barbara, we're all having a great day here today at Crafter TV. Brigitte is saying hello again from the Netherlands. Hi, Brigitte. Donna's in Maryland, Anne in Connecticut, Evelyn in Colorado as well. And Kay saying how awesome that box is and just how much she loves it. Right, going to move on. Want to share with you the cut and emboss folders that we have got on the show today. These are fantastic because, as the name would suggest, it's an embossing folder that has a die cut within it as well. And what that means is in one pass, what you're going to create is this awesome embossed and die cut image, but you also get the waist, which you can do something with as well. And this is great because it means that you can add texture and color behind the words. Now you're going to receive thanks. You're also going to get birthday. You have got congrats, as well as love. You've got home and also friend. All of them in there for you. £42 or $49 if you want to get hold of them. If you are a platinum member, $33.60 or $39.20 if you want to get your hands on those ones. Very busy. I know a lot of you already own these. If you do, send me some pictures. I'd love to see what you have been creating with them. Right, we're going to move on because something that was launched earlier in the week proved very, very busy. It was launched on the 4th actually. Proved very busy and was very busy when we had it on again. And it is these. It is our brand new stencil and 3D folder collection that we've got for you. So what you're going to receive is both a stencil and a folder, so you can emboss and then you can overlay that beautiful, beautiful colour. And the other thing is, because we've included a stencil for you as well, it means that you could emboss and then you could do something along with your stencil separately. You can, of course, use the two together, use them separately, they work beautifully. What you're going to get in here is you're going to get the layered roses. You're also going to get the beautiful lilies. I think that is absolutely stunning. This one here is the hummingbird, which has proved very popular. And you've got then in there as well the floral butterfly. This one here is the delicate dandelions that you've got. And last but by no means least, this one here are the precious poppies as well. So you've got all of those in there, which is fantastic. There you can see all 6 of them you're going to receive. $44.99 or $58.27. If you want to get your hands on those ones just there. As I said, very, very busy from when we launched them earlier in the week, which is fantastic. Right, let me grab my birthday flowers for you. Now, these are, again, a launch that I know, that shelf is very, very low. One day I'm going to go down, you know, and I'm not going to be able to get up. Something's going to happen. I'm just going to keel over down here. Let me run through these for you. See, I would love to say that I'd love to blame. That's why I've got the overhead camera now, apparently, for when I fall down down there and I can't get myself back up. Now, I'd love to stand here and blame someone for these not being in the right order, you know. However, I've done that thing, haven't I, where really it's my own fault because I was the person that was here yesterday. So I think, let me get them back in the right order for you. June, July, yeah, just, you know, talk amongst yourself. April, May, Debbie, Debbie, how great. And then what are you going to show us as we go through the show?
Actually, yeah, while you're sorting them, should we just have a quick look at the samples from the craft box? So I didn't
Yes,
get a
please.
chance earlier because we have so much to show you in this show. But I am going to show you these beautiful samples and what you can be creating out of this craft kit for such an amazing price. So that one is the butterfly one. So you can see the butterfly, all the colours is the stencil. Then you've got that background stamp. You've then got that gorgeous, absolutely beautiful vase with flowers there, and then we've got the poppies. So just the three that you can get for, yeah, so stay tuned because we're going to come straight back to the demo, but I do believe our Joe is ready with his boards.
Got there. I can just about do the months of the year as well. It's good, isn't it? Right, I'd love to say, what I was about to say is I'd love to blame someone else, but it was me that had these boards yesterday, so it was totally me that had left them in a mess, basically. It's my own fault, isn't it? Right, I want to go through for you. So these are awesome. Now, what you're getting in here is you're getting a great stamp set, which is awesome. You're getting a bracket or some sort of frame that's going to enable you to frame that stamp as well, and then the focal stamp itself. So this is what happens when you stamp it all out. And then what we've got for you are the dies that enable you to cut that out. So you can either just cut it out singularly as it is here. What you can then start to do though is cut extra ones out, and that means getting things like your hot glue gun, getting your 3D glue gel involved in there. You can start to maybe decoupage this up. If you loved remember the floral decoupage that we had last year, it was very, very popular. If you love that, I feel like this is a really good extension to that. And what you've got is it all themed around the months of the year and the flowers of the year. So this is January, and January is your carnation. Debbie, when's your birthday?
In June, I'm a
It's
rose.
in June. Charlotte, when is yours? March. Okay, February is the primrose. March is the daffodil. That is Johnny and Charlotte as well.
And also, Joe, March is when Mother's Day usually is.
Mother's Day as well. Yeah, because I mean, we talk about it being birthday month, floral stamp and dies, but it doesn't have to be a birthday in that month. It could be an anniversary, couldn't it? It could be maybe a wedding in that month. There's loads of things that you could use these for, and you don't have to stick to the months. Look, we're not saying you. If you start trying to use the daisy in September and not in April when it's meant to be used, we're not going to come round and knock on your door and tell you can't use it that month, all right? So you can use them when you want. We've just got them laid out for you in their months of the years. I love that there's some more obscure ones in here. Lily of the Valley, one that we don't see an awful lot of whatsoever, but really lovely to have that included in there. June is this one. Just who is the June? That's you, Debbie, isn't it? The rose. You are the rose. You are our rose. You're the rose of Crafters TV. You really are.
Too kind,
This one here is Delphinium, which is for July. Then we have August, which is the Gladioli, for all of you Dame Edna Everage fans out there. This one is the Aster for September. That would be my flower. October is your Marigold. And you've got November, it's a chrysanthemum. And then, of course, it couldn't be any other way, could it? The December one is, of course, your poinsettia, which looks absolutely gorgeous. It is an amazing, amazing collection of stamps and dies. You're getting a lot in there, 223 elements total here with this. £160. If you're a platinum member, it becomes £128. $187 becomes $149.60 as a platinum member. That means platinum members save $75.88 or $89.80. So it really is good value. And I think if you were looking Wouldn't you agree, Debbie, this would be a good sort of like fall back on it one? So, you know, sometimes maybe you have to make cards, or maybe you're making it for someone you know, or someone's asked you to make a card for someone, and you're thinking to yourself, you're just a bit stuck. This would be a good one because it's always, someone's always going to have a birth flower, so you can always go back and fall back on it. So maybe a good one to get you out of a bit of a crafty hole, this one.
Oh, absolutely, Joe. I think it is the one that lasts all year round. So whatever the occasion, I know, like Joe said, that we've got them for each individual birthday month. And actually, it makes it very special. So if you are someone that's got a birthday in November and you get your birth flower of chrysanthemum, that's going to look so amazing on a card because it makes you look very thoughtful, that you've really thought about what you're putting on someone's card. But if you do want to use them any day of the week for any occasion, Easter, they've got that. I mean, the daffodil one, I think, is going to be so popular, because you've got Easter for that, you've got Mother's Day for that, you've got birthdays, anniversaries, lots. These flowers, they're just going to be ongoing, aren't they? And I love that we've put them. They're a very clever idea, actually, Joe, to put them in those months of the year for the whole year.
Yeah, absolutely. 223 elements there. I mean, it is considered purchase, but it's a big collection that I know you're going to get so much crafting out of. Now remember, Second Chance Sunday is all about the best of the week. Some other great things that featured this week. These were in Monday Makers. I know Debbie loves these ones. These are your Gemini Spinner Character Stamp and Die collection here. Over 100 elements. You've got 8 different collections. They are super cute, these ones, Debbie, aren't they?
Yeah, they're so amazing. The little animals in there, the little tiny, they're just lovely. I love the way they spin. You're getting an aperture with each single one of them. They really are just an amazing set of stamps and dies to have.
Awesome. If you're a platinum member, 3760 or 4720 if you want to go for these. We've also got the Over the Edge characters for you. These are so popular whenever we bring them to you. They were featured in Cartload earlier this week. And I'll tell you what, the pricing on these is awesome because platinum members, £48 or $64 today. Platinum members are saving they're half price for platinum members in essence in the UK, and you're saving more than you're spending as a platinum member in the US. So really great value again here, and these are an awesome concept that you'll find a lot of different ways of using, which is really, really cool. Hope we get to see those in a little more detail as we go through the show. Right, already very, very busy on that craft kit. Box number 32, I know a lot of you have ordered it, a lot of you maybe have maybe some of you actually in the subscription services have already received it. Let me know if you've got your hands on it already, what do you think of it? And in fact, those of you that ordered it earlier in the week, some of you might have it too. So if you have got it, what do you think? I think the value is unbelievable. $24.99, no matter where you're shopping, becomes £20 or $20 for platinum members as well. And remember, the great thing is not only do you have the ability to make 24 cards, at least out of every single one of these boxes, you've also got loads of tutorials as well, and I'll talk to you more about that. But crafterscompanionbox.com is a wealth of information about all of the different subscription boxes that we bring to you. I do think though, Debbie, you'd be hard pressed, wouldn't you, value-wise, to beat this one?
Oh, absolutely. I just can't believe the value in here and what you're getting for your money. In fact, what I wouldn't expect to find in here, Joe, are the stencils. I mean, apart from anything else, just having a box with your embossing folders to create these beautiful images, but then to have a stencil to go through and get that precision, and then having that precision of having that gorgeous image in the background for that overlay. It's just amazing. And stamps on top of that, gems on top of that. You can see all the background cardstock is on there. Maybe cutting them down to fit the more square cards that are in this kit. I mean, look how pretty that looks. These pretty gorgeous background papers are in your box, your sentiments in there. Everything is in here apart from your ink pads to create these gorgeous looking cards. They really are just a dream to actually have. Just shown that one. And the poppy one there, show the poppy. And remember, all these background stencils that you've got, you can mix and match them. You don't have to use this background one with the poppy. You could use that with the vase, use it with the butterflies, but they're just really beautiful ones to have. And I genuinely can't believe that this craft box is the cost that it's at. So shall we see how they work, Joe?
Yes, please.
So anybody that's not really sure of what a 3D embossing folder is, or even what an embossing folder is, because we have had messages from people that don't know what an embossing folder are. You may be new to crafting. So you can get 2D embossing folders, which we just call an embossing folder, that create a beautiful design. But what they do is they have a a embossed detail that just goes up, across and down, where a 3D embossing folder, it gives you a sculptured edge where it goes up and down, and it gives you different amounts of levels, and you can really feel it in the folder. They're much larger than a normal 2D. Now, what I always say is run your hand over both sides of the embossing folder. One side is flat, one side is raised. The raised bit is always at the bottom because that's pushing then through into your cardstock and pushing into that raised gap. So I'm going to pop my piece of card onto the embossing folder and close it. Now, if you haven't got a Gemini, why not? But if you have got a different machine, just look at your user manual and it will tell you what platform you need to know. If not, Crafters Companion do have a piece on the website where it tells you what other companies' die cutting machines need for a 3D embossing folder. So for the Gemini, we need the plastic shim, the magnetic shim, and then your top cutting plate. And we're just going to pop our folder and card between those two and run that through the Gemini. I was all organised with my ink pads, and then I can't reach my Gemini to pop it through. And there we go. So running that through. I'm using Gemini Junior plates just because it's quicker. I like a bit of quick crafting. This piece for me, the actual die cutting, the embossing, that's the bit I want to get done with because I want to get on to being able to use your imagination, using your crafting tools and everything you have, because it's the creative part that's quite exciting. So you can see we've got, even on white cards, you can see the level and how deep that embossing is. It looks absolutely beautiful. But what we can do now is highlight that even more. Now, this is great for people that have never been sure what to do with their embossed image. We tend to use inks, we use gilding waxes, and now we can actually get that precision with the stencils. So the stencils were really just sort of almost, they slot into place because they feel where the wedge is because that's popping up. You've got this just handle bit in the centre here. I've used mine quite a lot so it keeps popping out a different way. Now you could use your glues to, your spray glue, repositionable spray glue, but I just hold it down because you can also reposition it when you need to. Now I'm going to go in for my I'm going to go in with quite a strong colour, and we're going to use our Lagoon, and I'm using the pigment ink pads. Surprise, surprise. You'll always notice if I've got a choice, I will always try to go to my pigments because I just absolutely love them.
What other ink pads would work well with these stencils though, Debbie?
Do you know what? Any of the ink pads, Joe. So our water resistant ones would be absolutely perfect. But if you've got any ink pads, any are going to go really well with them. Even a lot of people don't think you can use your quick drying ink pads, but you can also use quick drying through your stencils as well.
Okay, even to get like coverage?
Yep, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to, the reason I'm doing this, because I thought I would show how to heat emboss through your stencil, so it'll just give that nice shiny texture again. So just popping it, all that lovely ink. I do love this colour, Joe. This is the Lagoon. I normally go for
Which
Parakeet.
one is it?
Lagoon.
Lagoon.
So, but it's the one, it's from the range that comes with the Parakeet. So the turquoises, I think they're called.
Margaret says that she thinks she needs a Crafters Companion financial advisor. There's too many got to get this in this show. But do you know what? I think if you are watching the pennies in the new year, $24.99, no matter where you're shopping, to get something that's going to make you at least 24 cards, you're then going to have what? 3 embossing folders, and how many stencils was it again, Debbie?
6
stencils left over. I mean, you need something, don't you? You just need something. If you just need a little boost to see you through January, then maybe this box will be it, because it's not going to break the bank. But as we were saying, the value is awesome. I would say, even if, Debbie, you weren't planning to do any of the projects that come included with the box, you were just using this as a stash builder for extra stencils and papers and gems and those kind of things. Absolutely worth it for that too.
Yeah, absolutely. I just don't think you can go wrong with a box like this, Joe. I think it's every crafter's dream to have something that you can craft straight out of and need very little to do any more, because all you need is your own imagination. Everything is just there, and it's so nice. And we're not talking just a small amount. I mean, there's a huge amount in this kit. But having some having what I would class as your crafty essentials, so your embossing folders, stamps, your stencils, they're going to be amazing. And also, Joe, you can emboss stencils, so that's another way that you can use them by embossing them into your background.
Now, talking about New Year, as we were a minute ago, resolutions is something a lot of us make. I wonder, do you know what? I wonder who's already broken all of their New Year's resolutions. But have you got any New Year's resolutions for this year, Debbie?
I never make them, Joe.
Do you not?
No, and a lot of people think I'm quite sad, but for me, I think, I get why people make them, but I did put a post on my Facebook page to say that there was two dogs looking at each other, and one said to the other dog, "What is a New Year's resolution?" And the other one said, "It's your to-do list for the first week in January."
See, I don't know. How about in the gallery? Any New Year's resolutions in the gallery? Johnny says just some sort of exercise, New Year's resolution. Absolutely. Charlotte, any for you? Doesn't make them
another
either.
one doesn't
I
make
feel like
them.
they've become, there's probably Adam. I bet Adam's got some.
Oh,
well, this has gone down well, isn't it?
What's yours, Joe?
Mine will be to do some sort of exercise. I've signed up for a marathon at the end of the year, so I'm going to have to. I'm doing the Berlin Marathon in September. I've done no running yet. So what I tend to do, I think, where people make the mistake is starting New Year's resolutions in the new year, Debbie. I think it's nice to leave them until about the 15th of January to get going, because it feels less pressurised then. I don't know. Have you made New Year's resolutions? Let me know. They could be fun ones, they could be serious ones, I don't know. Slide into my DMs, i.e. message me on Facebook, or of course over on YouTube, and we'll share some of your New Year's resolutions as we go through the show. Not making a resolution is not a resolution, by the way. A lot of people say my resolution is to not make any resolutions. I love this technique, Debbie.
But this jar, I had to do it with this one because the jar really, or the vase, really lends itself to this technique, and it looks so pretty. So if I hold that up to the light, look at this is so beautiful. But what I am going to do is bring in the finished card, because I've actually cut it out. So I've cut around the vase, and I've just mat and layered it onto the papers that are in the kit. This is one of the card blanks, so it's just one of the card blanks in the kit. I've turned it into an easel card, added some ribbon from the kit, the sentiments, and it just makes a really different card. And then I did one the other day, and if I just bring that in exactly the same, but just in a different colour, and you can do it in whatever colours you want, and you still get that really glossy, because it's more like a jug, isn't it, than a vase, this one, and I just love that so much. You can do, and that's just one of the embossing folders, one stencil, and then you get that background stencil to use as well if you want to. So really incredible.
Absolutely beautiful, and remember what you're getting in there, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of elements within that. I'm just going to grab it and bring it in for you again, just to go through what you're getting, of course, included in there. You're getting card blanks, envelopes in here, clear acrylic stamps, embossing folders, stencils, you've got ribbons, self-adhesive dewdrops, you've got gems in there, coloured card packs, and printed papers as well. Over 300 elements, which is going to make at least 24 cards. Now, the reason we say 24 cards is because you've got 24 card blanks in there. Of course, you savvy crafters out there are going to add more card blanks, and you are going to make many, many, many more cards than that. I need to be honest with you and say, I don't know what is going on with my hair. I've tried putting it up for the start of the show, didn't work, Debbie. I've put it down, it didn't look right. I've put it back up again, it still doesn't look right.
I think it looks
Do you know
fine.
why? I haven't had my hair cut since the 21st of December, that's why. Can't get a haircut, can we?
Can't do nothing.
Right, let's move on to the cut and emboss folders. These are gorgeous. We're all going to have the lockdown look again soon, aren't we? We're going to have those lockdown locks. Johnny, during the first lockdown, Johnny borrowed my clippers and went home and did his and the kids' hair, and yes. Sarah wasn't so keen on it. No. If you've ever seen a programme called This Is England, which is in the UK, it was a lot like that. UK viewers will know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's hope it doesn't come to that again. I'll tell you what, I'll give you a trim, Johnny, before we get to the sort of all off stage, all right? Now, cut and emboss folders. These have been really busy. £42 or $49 if you want to get your hands on these. Platinum members, $33.60 or $39.20 is your price. You've got thanks in here, birthday. You're also going to receive congrats. You've got love, home, and also, you have a little giggle there to yourself, Terry. And you've also got a friend in there as well. When it comes to batch making, I think if you had a lot of cards, say you'd had a wedding or you'd had a big birthday or something like that, someone had sent you a lot of presents, Debbie, for instance, the thanks one, I mean, you could batch make, if you had 50 of those to do, you could do them, I'm guessing, quite quickly and get something really stunning done with minimal effort.
Oh, absolutely. The best thing about them, Joe, is you just get a card blank, put it into the card blank, put a piece of coloured card behind it, you've got a ready-made card. If you're using a Gemini Junior, it literally does take 8 seconds to pop it through the machine. Easy.
Yeah, absolutely. Right, birthday flowers. We're going to move on to these. These are absolutely gorgeous, and they've been so popular since we launched them earlier in the week. We had to, of course, bring them back for our Second Chance Sunday show. And what you've got is 12 different collections here, each one of them being a flower, a birth flower. So we're going to go through, I've got them in order now. So January, of course, is the carnation. Now what you've got on here is you've got the ability to use the stamps, and you could use the stamps as they are. I think if you just wanted to stamp that out and then watercolour that, or use maybe one of our aqua pencils on there, you'd make something lovely. But what you've then got is the dies that are going to enable you to cut that out. So what you can do is you can cut the main element, and then you've got the ability to decoupage up with these smaller flowers. But you don't have to do that. You could actually just use the flowers to create a wreath or a corner or a flourish. Or, there's a lot of different options. I think it's one of those collections that the more you use it, the more ways you're going to come up with using it. Carnation is your January flower, which is this one just here. The next one here, this is Primrose for February. Then we have the Daffodil, which is your flower for March. April is the Daisy, which is that one just there. We've then got Lily of the Valley for May, which is a more unusual one. It's lovely to have that included. You've got Rose in June. I wonder if there's anyone called June that's born. No, let's try that again. I just said, I wonder if there's anyone called June who's born in Rose. And what I meant was, I wonder if there's anyone called Rose who was born in June. Both work though, don't they? This one here is your Delphinium for July. Tiny little snapshot of what it's like to be inside my head there. Gladiolus is your August flower. Aster is your September birth flower. That would be my one. Marigold is your October birth flower. And also we have November, the chrysanthemum, and then finally poinsettia as well, the iconic Christmas flower. Now, as we said earlier, these are just gorgeous stamps and dies that you're going to use all the year through. But I think it's lovely to have them organised by month. So if you do need something to fall back on, you are lacking a bit of inspiration, you've got something that takes you all the year through. Whether you use it for birthdays, whether you use it for, thank you cards or anniversary cards, there's lots of different uses you're going to be able to use these for. £160 or $187 is your price. However, as a platinum member, £128 or $149.60. That's a savings for platinum members of $75.88 in the UK or $89.80 in the US. Considering this is a brand new launch, that is a really, really healthy saving on a brand new range. Debbie, lots of different ways and that people have used this in the design team. And as I said earlier, I think it's really one of those collections, isn't it, that the more you use it, the more ways you'll come up with of using it.
Yeah, and this is a prime example. Look how beautiful this sample is. A lady called Cheryl off our design team made this. And I love this. She's just cut out all those little daisies because we've got the die to do it and made like a pom-pom. I mean, it's just a beautiful decoration and nice gift to give to someone. Now, I was going to show you lots of samples, but actually what I have come across is the birthday book. So I'm going to show this and then we'll show some samples throughout the show because this shows every single one of the stamps, and also it was created by the creator of the stamps. So our very lovely Sarah Kay has designed these stamps and look amazing. And she's created this birthday book. Now, how beautiful is this, Joe? You've got your birthday flowers on here and you can write all the names of the people that are in that month. That way you'll always remember what flower goes and which one to grab for them. They just look incredible and such a lovely keepsake. I mean, can you imagine making this for someone? I would love this book. I would just absolutely treasure a handmade book like this, which is so well done. But those stamps really scream out for somebody's birthday. They are just gorgeous.
Myself and Fiona, I was saying to Fiona yesterday, you know, social media is awesome, isn't it? Because it lets us know when people's birthdays are, but more often than that, it lets us know on the day, and that is too late. So what you can do is, with this book, when social media lets you know on the day, write it in the book along with the date. So next year, you know, you're going to have time to make a card for them and get it sent in the mail as well.
Totally, yeah, totally. You put the date on, you put their name, you've got it all written there inside that fabulous book. It really is so beautiful. And what's lovely about them, they are super easy to use. And I say that, you think, well, stamping's easy, but they're photopolymer stamps, which means they're a really high grade photopolymer stamp. They stamp absolutely beautifully first time, every time. I'm going to use Neenah cardstock. Now, Neenah is our card choice for all our crafters. It's actually a specific alcohol marker medium to colour onto. So I'm just going to pop my magnets on. We're then going to take, I haven't even got my stamp to hand. Let me just go into my stamps here.
Lots of resolutions to not make any resolutions, as I said. Carlene's got a nice one. She says her New Year's resolution is to keep herself happy, which is nice. One of mine that I did discuss with a friend was to be kinder to yourself. Is a good New Year's resolution. Yeah. Brigitte said that she is hoping to keep her craft room more tidy going forward. Paula's wild by the sounds of it. I love it. She says no resolutions. With the stay-at-home orders across the nations, what is there to give up? Whatever naughty things I can do at home, I am not giving up. You need some spice in your life, Joe, is what she says as well. Paula, I think you've got the right ethos there for sure. And Bonnie says her New Year's resolution is to get to silver level in Club Inspire. Well, there you go. I mean, there's plenty of awesome deals that are going to get you there in a minute, I would say.
Joe, that getting to silver level is doable. I would say tidying up your craft room, maybe not so much.
Maybe not. I love that Paula's just like, no, absolutely not. I'm going to be as naughty as I can be. You do you, Paula. I love it.
And there we go, Joe. One stamp down, and we've got that beautiful image. Now, I'm using our Vanessa alcohol proof. It says on the tin what it is. It shows you one of our alcohol pens, so you know that you're using the right stamp, the right ink for your stamps with whatever medium you're colouring in with. If you're using watercolour, then obviously you would use your waterproof markers, waterproof ink pad. Right, so I'm just going to take two colours. I just adore the Tri-Pens. Tri-Pens are my chosen medium for most things. So I'm using the dark red blends. On here we have our light, medium and dark, because it means I have everything in one pen. So I'm going to take an area and I'm going to lay down my lightest colour. So
we've got some 6-piece sets of the Tri-Blends available on the show if you want them as well. $19.99 or $29.95. Have we got them on a 2-4 as well? They're just on individually. Just on individually today. Yes, do have a look on the website. And you'll see what we have. But they're in their 6-piece collection. The 6-piece collections are nice because they're kind of like project collections. So if you didn't want to buy a whole colour family, it's awesome that you can go for them. There's lots of different ones. There's the details for the floral ones. But have a look on the website, craftscompanion.co.uk.com.au, which is where you can watch and shop at the same time, and where you can place your order, of course, as well. So make sure you get over there. And also what I would say is it's really good practice for all the shows that we bring to you to go over to the website and click that Shop the Show button immediately at the start of the show and have a look through everything that's on there. Because especially with a show like Second Chance Sunday, there's so many things that we will not get a chance to show you that are actually in this show. And the only place to see all the deals is over on the website, on the home screen. Click Shop the Show and it is all laid out there for you. Now you're using Tri-Blends for these. What could you, if you didn't have Tri-Blends, are there other markers of ours that people might already own that they could use for these?
Oh, absolutely. You might have the Illustrator, you might have the just our Spectrum Noir markers, I mean, which are amazing. Most people that have our alcohol colouring pens, they have, because we had them on the market for a little while, we'll have the our general marker pens, our classiques we call them, which are amazing. But what I love about the Tri-Blend is they're so quick and easy. You can see I'm able to build up this colour, do my 3 blend colour, a 3 colour blend onto my image with just one pen. I haven't got that faff of taking another pen out or thinking what one's going to go with what, especially if you're relatively new to colouring. Sometimes you just want to know that you can do it, and that you can lay down this colour and you can get amazing results every time. And what these pens do for you is they build your confidence, because you can't go wrong with them. You just lay down your lightest colour, you go into your darkest colour, and you can see it as it dries, that blend is starting to come, so we're getting that light in the middle. You can also go back over that, so I'm thinking, well, actually, I think we need a bit more dark round here, so we can sort of blend that dark in and then take our lightest colour and blend that in, so that all starts to work well together. They're just so easy to use, Joe, and you've got a 1 pen blend, a 1 pen, 3 pen blend in one hand.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you want to see more about them, definitely go back to our website. What I would say is, over on the website, you can watch back all of our shows ever, pretty much in the whole history of Crafters TV, which goes all the way back from August 2019. But if you want to see a whole presentation on our Tri-Blend markers, we've done several Colour Me Happy shows on our Tri-Blend markers. You can go and watch that all back. Also, I would say, if you want to see a full presentation on the birthday month floral stamp and die collection, Wednesday earlier this week, they were launched with Ben and Sarah, 1 PM here in the UK. Go back and watch that launch day show back if you want to. That's always a great thing about shopping with us here at Crafters TV, is that there is so much inspiration and education, and it's all there for you. We don't charge you to access it. You can go back and watch it all at any time, which is fantastic.
So I'm just going to finish this top part just so you can see how beautiful this rose is, and then we're going to put our card together. So just popping that in, and you can see when you lay down that one colour how flat it looks, but then when you put that extra dark colour in, it just adds all that shade, it adds interest, looks incredible. So there we go. I'm just going to leave that at that, so you've got that there. I'm then just going to bring in the ones that I've already done. Now, what I have done, I'm going to bring over my dies here. Now, what I love about this is you're getting everything you need to die cut your images. You're actually getting this oval stamp, which will, if I bring in my stamps, the oval stamp will go with this stamped oval. It'll also fit all these different sentiments inside. You've got all your buds and flowers and leaves that you can marry up. You've also got your rose, and you've got a June stamp in there. So you can just choose whatever you want to put on your sentiment. And you've also got things on here like deepest sympathy. So we forget, they are cards that we need to have. So these dies and stamps are going to last you throughout whatever occasion or whatever you need to get them for. Now, what I've done here is I've just mat and layered some cards together. I'm just going to stick them down. So I'll just find my tape pen. So use this for quickness and stick that together. I just had a deckled edge nesting die, which I've used on the front, and I've also done that on the back, and just scored a line just on the top, and then stick those bits together and it gives you a pre-made card there. And then what I'm going to use, I've just used one of our old embossing folders here just to add some interest. You could perhaps use some of the stencils from the craft box if you've gone from them to create a nice background. Just going to mat and layer them on the top. Then I've used one of our die cut nesting circles, and then created the stitch edge nesting circle in a slightly smaller one.
I love that.
Yeah, how nice is that? And it's called You're My Best Bud. That's the stamp on that. So you've got that stamp set on here as well, which I thought was a really nice one. And then I'm going to use some foam pads just to heighten that one on the top there. So obviously foam pads you can find on the website.
I don't see you using very many foam pads normally, Debbie, I must say.
I don't use many. I'm a bit of a Collall 3D glue gel. but I thought I will just use them there. Now, the other thing I wanted to show is not only can you create your flower, which looks amazing, you've got this 3D-ness going on because you've got that shading with your tri-blend pens. I've also stamped again, but just cut out, I've hand cut round the bottom, so we can actually decoupage, and then I've created another piece and cut that out. And what's nice, when you stamp it out, you don't have to colour the whole image in, you just colour in the parts that you want coloured. So I am going to use my Collall 3D glue gel for this one, because I can then reposition where I want it.
I just think they look so classy done in red, these roses.
Yeah, they look amazing, don't they? Isn't it strange, because roses obviously come in all sorts of colours, but it's, you know, red rose, there's something about a red rose, isn't there? So just popping that on the top. So not only are we getting that beautiful flower, you can also decoupage them as well. So it's just something different to do with
And you know,
them.
we've done these before, something similar along these lines before, where we've bought you a pad and it's been very busy. You know, you buy a pad and then we overlay the dye over the pad. I think what's the great thing about this is because it's done with a stamp, there isn't any element of this that is consumable. This is going to last you forever now in this format. So I think whilst you might be paying a little bit more initially, what you've got is something that's never going to run out. As long as you've got a colouring medium, you're going to be able to make these and they're going to look as awesome on, you know, now as they do. As long as you look after your dyes and the stamps are going to last you indefinitely. So I think, yes, it's a little bit of an investment, but it is something that is going to last you a long time. And I think you're going to get a huge amount of craftability out of as well.
Oh, so much so, Joe. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. So I'm just putting another foam pad on the back, and I've just stamped out a few different ones because you don't know what you want to use. So it's always nice to have them. But look how nice these frames look, cut out, die cut and cut out and stamped. So I've got You're My Best Buds, sending love and hugs. And I'm just going to pop that where that little leaf is on the side. Just move that over and pop that into place. Oh, it's come off there. That's not going to stick because I've run out of glue as well. When you were saying it's not what you're going to run out of, I nearly said, but I've run out of glue.
Oh, don't you worry about that.
But there we go. Look how beautiful that is. And actually, we've got an upside down card. Look how lovely that is.
Oh, it's an Australian card. Do you know what?
I haven't done that for a while. That's normally as...
Is that the demo of the show?
Is that the card of the week? Is that the card of the week?
Maybe. Well, do you know what? First time I ever went to... Sarah Brown will be watching, actually. Sarah, are all cards like that in Australia? Does it look all right? So when I went to Australia for the first time, I thought to myself, well, all the cards are going to be upside down. I went into the shops, they're all the right way round. I felt like my whole life had been a lie up until that point, Debbie. Now, let me quickly run you back through what you're getting in this collection, because it is a really extensive collection. That is really funny, Debbie. That's really tickled me. You're going to get, of course, the carnation for January. February is the primrose. We then have the March daffodil. Daisy will be coming your way in April. May is the lily of the valley. June is going to be the rose. July, the delphinium. August, your gladioli. September, the aster. You've also got October, the marigold. November, chrysanthemum. December's poinsettia. There will be a test at the end. I'll expect you all to know which one is which by the end of the show. £160 if you want to get your hands on them. That becomes £128 as a platinum member in the UK. $187. Platinum members in the US, $149.60 to get your hands on them, which is awesome. $75.88 is your saving as a platinum member in the UK. $89.80 platinum member save in the US, which is awesome. I mean, crafters wouldn't be crafters if there wasn't a few Australian cards every now and then, would they? They really, really wouldn't be. We're going to go back to the box. I'm just going to share this with you again. It is exceptionally... Oh no, Johnny, all my birthday month flowers have fallen all over the floor. Oh, that'll take me. They're all mixed up again. Right, the craft box. These are awesome. So many of you collect these. I'd love to know actually this is number 32 for those of you that collect them. I'd love to know how many of you have got all of them have a full, complete set. There are quite a lot of you out there, but I think value for money wise, this one's exceptional because you're getting card blanks, envelopes, acrylic stamps, embossing folders, plastic stencils. You've got the ribbons in there. You've also got adhesive dewdrops. You've got your adhesive gems. You've got the coloured card packs in here and the printed papers. Now the other thing, you could use this as is and create beautiful things, but what I implore you to do is get yourself over to crafterscompanionbox.com because that is a website dedicated all to these boxes. And in here, you've got tutorials for every single box. There is our January 2021 box, ready to go. All your tutorials are in there. It's a wealth of information. It's all there for you. So definitely go back. And also you can see what's in the box. You can see the tutorials. You can watch back some of the previous ones. Even if you don't own the boxes, even if you don't own any of the boxes, go and have a look. Go and have a look at all of the tutorials that are in there, all of the inspiration that's in there. This is an older one, but you can see here what's in the box. You've got Sarah there talking you through the contents of the box. And of course, then you'll have the inspiration on some projects that you can put together using the box as well, which is fantastic. Sarah Brown on Facebook, she got in touch, says, we even have the cards the same way you guys do. Oh my, Debbie, what you like. Oh my, you guys are so funny. So yeah, in the UK, Sarah, nothing's upside down, no, in Australia. I think it's all a lie, Johnny. I know, years. But in the UK, we call them Australian cards when they get stuck on the wrong way around, Sarah. Should I, says we've all done that. Just turn it into an easel card, Debbie, it'll be absolutely fine. I love that. A lot of you still talking about resolutions. Deeds are saying she's going to be more healthy. Will, on the other hand, he says, my New Year's resolution is to misbehave more, as I'm always very good. There you go. I'm not sure that's a resolution and a half, that one. Enchanted Craft Fairy says, make some more time for myself and also keep my priorities in order. I'm going to spend some of my time journaling this year. I love a full life, but a pot boiling over is another matter. Oh, I love the metaphors there, Enchanted Fairy. Thank you so much for those. I want to remind you about the 3D stencils and embossing folder collection. Now, only launched this week. This is something that we used to do a lot of, I'm told, before my time. But they were very popular. We haven't done one for a few years now. And what's great is what you're getting in here in this collection. Let me just bring this one down to share with you what you're getting. In the pack, you're going to get the 3D embossing folder, which is awesome. What you're also going to get in here as well is a stencil too. And you're going to get 6 of them in total, which is awesome. There's the details there on the screen for you. $44.99 or $58.27. Which is fantastic value for money. Now, let me run through what you're getting in here. So you've got the lovely roses. You've also got this one here, which is your beautiful lilies. We then have the hummingbird. We've also got the floral butterfly in here. And then what we have are the delicate dandelions. And last but by no means least, we've also got the precious poppies in here as well. You get all of those, which is absolutely fantastic. $35.99 or $46.62 as a platinum member, which is awesome. Definitely snap those up. Just launched this week, which is fantastic. Something I must talk about as well. I guess we're gonna talk about it a bit more in the second hour. Is the catwalk of creativity, because what I've got behind me are all the demonstrations of the week. They're all organised by day, so you can have a look at them. Do you want to have a little look at them actually as we go? So that's Monday, that one there. The hummingbird was part of launch day. Craig did Monday Makers with the spinner there. Digby the dog, that was Bernie from Softer Side of Life there, as you can see. Launch party was those beautiful floral months on Tuesday. That was a cheeky preview. She loves a cheeky preview, just ask Sarah. This one here, we did, this was Wednesday's Creative Craving show that we did, and then also that was Sarah on the actual launch day, cheeky launch day, actual launch day, and then we've got a few more as well. So we did Fiona, did the tricolours, there was a beautiful one from our stained glass windows, there's that gorgeous frame in here too. I mean, there's loads. What we'll do is we're going to vote on the best demo of the week a little later. So yes, we'll go through them in more detail in the second hour. I don't know what my winner is actually. Do you know, looking at it now, No, I'm not going to say it just because it's out of 2 for me. It's out of this one of Fiona's. This one just here. I mean, it's just beautiful, isn't it? It's a gorgeous, gorgeous watercolour that was done there. That one or this one. They're my 2 favourite ones, I'd say, of the week so far. I think they are absolutely blooming gorgeous. But we'll go through them all in a bit more detail in the second half of the show, and you guys will get the deciding vote. Actually, on the other side of the studio as well. Not that it's getting competitive here in the Crafters TV studio, but it's already been written up and drawn on the wall. Everyone's name. Director Charlotte's been in, made a chart, and every time someone wins the week, the expert gets a little star next to their name. I don't know what they win at the end of the year. Who knows? Who knows? Right, Gwen Terry says over on Facebook, I remember when Sarah debuted the first box, I debated and said, what the heck, and I got it. I look forward to the monthly. The first box is what got me hooked with Crafters Companion. So Gwen got every single one. Gwen, I do believe, is over in Hawaii, if I'm not mistaken. Right, Fiona... I was going to call you Fiona then. Debbie. Oh dear, what am I like? It was all going so well. I had such a great week, and then we got to the last show.
I don't mind being called
Debbie. I'm so sorry, Debbie. What is that? It's because I was talking about Fiona's watercolour, you see. You have to let me off. That is obviously what it was. Debbie, what would you like to show us next?
I have to say, I'm going to put it out there. I think my favourite's Bernie's. I love that bear.
Is which one?
Bernie's. Digby the dog. Oh, it's a dog. I thought it was a bear.
Yeah, he's super cute. They're
all
gorgeous.
I love him. He's so cute. Yeah, so cute. But we're going to go to these embossing folders. Now, these are real statement pieces. They're bold, beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. Some really stunning designs. The design team have just had a field day with these. Look at this one. We're going to be doing one of these later on as well, showing how you can emboss it and get those real, I mean, look at the shine on that and those vivid colours, that brickwork in the background. Absolutely incredible. There is some just really gorgeous designs. These are the sort of cards that I would want to open if someone was sending me. I mean, look at that. Flowers are like friends. They bring colour to your world. I mean, that is just such a lovely card to send. But if you want to go something a little bit more, I mean, look at that. That is so stunning.
Gorgeous.
And that's done with embossing powders, but just done with golds and silvers. And being able to do that because you have the stencil is quite incredible. Just having something different in these designs that we've got here, and I absolutely love this one, how Nikki has done this, and it just, I mean, look at the flower in there, it looks incredible, just such a lovely card to do, and it's got a real rustic sort of chic about it with that one. But if you want to keep it pastel-y, you can do those pastels. That hummingbird, I think, has got to be one of my all-time favourite embossing folders. It's so stunning, looks beautiful, real bold designs. I mean, keeping it pastels, I mean, they just look incredible, don't they? Really beautiful. And then maybe just using coloured cardstock. So what I was saying earlier, someone sent me a picture where they'd done red cardstock with gold on the top. And this one looks like it's using our Midas ink pad, so looks beautiful. And then something really whimsical about this folder. I love this one. The dandelion clots look lovely. And then obviously we've got a variation on the poppies there, which looks incredible. So what's really good about embossing folders is they're super easy, super quick. You want a super card in little time, they're exactly what you need. So I'm going to bring in, we're going to use the roses one. I love this one. It's got a really beautiful design. It's got a lovely background in it as well. So we're using this one first. So where I was saying about feeling over the top, you can feel which side. So I know that the bumpy side that's raised, I'm going to have on my base, and this will go over the top. For your 3D embossing folders, you don't need 2 of your cutting plates. You only need 1. So we've got our plastic shim, our magnetic, and our top plate. And then we've got our stencils. Now the stencils this time in this, they're different to the craft kit. You are actually getting 2 layering stencils that give you a really 3D element about them. And again, what I was saying earlier, always use the stencil with the most amount of space first. And that's how you would lay your stencils up. So I'm going to pop them. You can see mine are well used. So I've used them lots of times and washed them. You can just wash them in warm soapy water or just get some kitchen towel like I do and wet them down and they will clean. Now I'm going to grab myself some, I thought I had a piece of card, what have I done with it? It's in the bin. I don't know why it's in the bin.
In the bin?
It's in the bin, yeah.
Oh, Debbie,
I probably thought
what
it was
are
a
you
scrap
like?
of card and it was actually my demo, look. Right, so I'm going to use my pink, my green and my baby blue. This time I am using my water reactive ink pads, and I'm just going to grab myself some daubers I keep calling them daubers, these aren't daubers, these are ink applicators. So we've got a green.
Debbie turned up last night. Now, I know I did take the mickey out of her for getting stuck in the snow, but she's turned up last night. Not only did she got stuck in the snow, got her out, she bought a new TV for the house up here. So, it's a smart TV, so I don't know what we're going to be watching tonight.
Well, yeah, that's
Maybe
what we
we'll
should
watch
be
this
doing
week's RuPaul's
tonight.
Drag Race. I don't know what we're going to watch after that, but you'll be able to let us know. Maybe you can let us know in the comments what you're watching at the minute. Maybe we could start a series that we only watch together when you're here,
Oh,
Debbie. You know, so we
Joe,
have our
that's a
own,
great
like our own little
idea.
TV thing that we only watch when we're both up here together at the
I
Purple
love
Palace.
that. I
Let
tell you
us
what
know.
they've got on, which looks quite funny, is
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton's.
Yeah,
Have you
not
seen that?
Brigadoon, something completely different. Don't get the two
Brigadoons.
confused.
It looks quite funny.
I watched the first one. I think we get into it, I must say.
Oh, well, we won't be doing that one then.
Yeah.
That's the end of that one. Yeah. I don't know
Tell
what
you
it is.
what
I
I
haven't
quite like the look of is Designated Survivor. Has anyone seen that?
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's got Kiefer
Oh, there you
Sutherland
go.
in
Should
it.
we do that? Yes, but you've got to not want to watch it when I'm not there, though. That's the
No,
thing.
I'm all right. I'm pretty good. I'm not a TV cheater. My old
Not a TV
housemates,
cheater.
both my old housemates, TV cheaters. They would say that we'd save it for when we were together. You get home, and they were 2 seasons further down the line. I mean, I'm happy to enter into a TV relationship with you, Debbie, as long as I don't find out. As long as I don't find out in 3 weeks' time that you've been here with Ben watching Designated Survivor without me, because I will be fuming. I'm not going to lie.
We are already in a TV relationship, and I am very trustworthy.
I think I'm going to start calling you my TV wife now. I think that's where we're at.
You're my TV hubby.
Perfect.
Absolutely.
I'm down with that. Yes,
Absolutely.
Designated Survivor, do it, is what our social media superstar has said. Who's on the social media today? I can't see. It's Colleen, I think, on social media today. So Colleen's for it. She says, yes, do it. Maybe that's what it's going to be then, Debbie. Me, you, a Chinese takeaway, and a few episodes of Designated Survivor tonight.
Yes, that's exactly what we're going to be doing
That's our
tonight.
evening plan,
And then we
sorted.
can update you how it went tomorrow.
Yes, we'll let you know how we get on tomorrow. Tomorrow, of course, though, we'll have lots more opportunities to let you know how we got on, won't we? Because we've got that brand new schedule live with you Monday to Friday, 7 hours a day, Saturday and Sunday, 6 hours a day. I'll tell you more about that as we go through this second hour.
Right, Joe, we've done our embossing, so you can see only faintly our embossing there. I've kept my colours in the background quite subtle, which is why I use my water reactive, because they're more subtle colours than what you get from your pigment inks. Obviously, with pigment, you get a lot of pigments in your ink pad. So I'm going to start off using my Chinese red. So I'm going to pop this over the top. There's nothing hard about stenciling because it shows you exactly where to go. You just need to make sure that your stencil is slotted in to that right place, and you can keep moving it about if you need to. So I'm going to take, let me find a red and just change over my ink pad. Well, it looks more pinky, but I have got a pink one, so we'll dot that into our red.
Everyone's letting us know what their favourite TV shows are at the minute. Joe Woodford, Designated Survivor, is great. I loved it. You two are going to have so much fun watching that. Evelyn says Bridgerton is addictive. Watch the first season over 2 days. As I said earlier, I watched 8 episodes of Emily in Paris in one sitting over Christmas. That was very much a good one. The other one that I don't know a lot of you are talking about as well is The Queen's Gambit. Have you seen that one yet?
Oh, yes, I have. It's brilliant.
Oh God, it's so
It's
good.
so
I feel
good.
like all of the big streaming services and a lot of the TV channels, well, TV channels less so. I must admit, I didn't think TV was that great this Christmas. Over Christmas and New Year, normally you have a lot of like big Christmas specials and stuff, don't you? Didn't have a chance to make it, I guess, over the course of the year. But I do feel like the streaming services, they absolutely nailed it and pulled it out of the bag this Christmas. It was brilliant. Of course, I'm in Crafters TV as well, because we are a streaming service. Exactly like what we've done in here for Christmas. Created a brand new studio, which has been absolutely awesome. Zena saying as well, yes, another vote for designated survivor.
I'm
Sarah
excited
Brown
now.
says, Debbie, I absolutely love your laugh as well.
It's funny.
There it is. Oh, right on cue.
I laugh at everything though. I drop things and I laugh. I bump into things and I laugh. I'm one of life's gigglers. That's me. And sometimes I laugh and don't even know what I've laughed for. I just speak and then go, hey.
There's nothing better, is there? I must admit, Christmas Day this year was the first time we had a COVID-safe Christmas Day. We were 3 households that came together just for the afternoon, but there was 5 of us round a dinner table laughing, Debbie. And it was like, I'd just forgotten what it was like, honestly.
You know
when you have when you get a good old belly laugh on the go.
Yep.
Like, honestly, I had abs after Christmas Day. We'd laugh that hard. It was so lovely to get a good old giggling. You've got to laugh, haven't you? If you don't laugh, you'll cry half the time.
Absolutely, yeah. You really have, Joe. Yeah, it is one of those great example where they say if you don't laugh, you cry, and that is so true in this day and age at the moment. So what we've got, I mean, look how beautiful that looks just on its own. I mean, it looks quite incredible. But then we've got another stencil that we can put over the top. So I'm going to just place this where our other stencil, where it ends, so you can see the marks coming sort of through there. If you feel like you need to move it about, because I was moving mine, so it might not be layered up properly, but what I am now going to do is take our darkest red, so I'm going for our Bordeaux, and I'm going to then just go through that stencil with our dark ink pad.
Talking about laughing, have you seen like they have in India they have laughing therapy? People people meet up in the park and just laugh at each other. Just
Really?
do laughing, yeah. And apparently,
I would love that.
And you meet up in the morning first thing, and apparently you do a bit of yoga, and then you do loads of forced laughing, and it sets you up for the day.
I would love that, Joe,
Maybe
so
Craig
much.
could do that. One of his shows in the morning, he could just spend a whole hour laughing with everyone. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I am one of those people. Once people start laughing, I laugh
It's
because
infectious,
they're
isn't
laughing.
it?
It's so infectious. Yeah, absolutely.
And sometimes when you are, trying to present a serious crafting show and you start going and you're not meant to be laughing and someone said something that's a bit rude but unintentionally, and you've got to try and carry on, and you just can't. They're the worst and the best kind of laughs all together at the same time.
I did have my worst giggles before Christmas. And I don't think I remember
Was it
laughing.
here?
It was here, yeah, because Ben had wore this jumper, and it was a Rudolph jumper.
Yeah.
And he had these, I think people will remember it, let us know if you remember it, that he had the 12 by 12 pads in front of him. So where the pad ended, the top of Rudolph looked like Yoda.
And that was it, set you off completely.
And I just started, I couldn't see because I was literally crying.
Oh,
and
dear.
you can't unsee something like that, Joe.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really bad. I could not stop laughing. It was really funny. And then everyone see it. Everyone was saying, yes, it is Yoda.
Yeah, I think my worst one ever, best/worst one ever, was with Dawn Bibby on Create and Craft, and I was selling a pop cake maker. And what had happened was, there wasn't meant to be. Dawn Bibby was presenting the show on Create and Craft. I was there as a chef working, and in my cake pop mixture, they'd put self-raising flour instead of plain flour, and it was like a cake pop, like a toasting machine. Well, obviously, what kept happening is the cake pop makers kept exploding, Debbie, and opening up, and we couldn't see in the end. All you kept hearing were these little noises and these massive explosions of cake pops everywhere. It was quite something. That looks absolutely beautiful.
It really
Debbie.
is lovely. So, and all you do is if you go in with a darker ink pad, you'll then get this background detail pop out, and then I've matte and layered onto black card, and then all I've done is, if I can see in the light, can you see where that gold is? I've just applied a little bit of gilding wax just around those petals. It mutes it a bit, but it also gives it something that little bit special, which is amazing. And then I've just got some beautiful poppy papers that I just had in my stash, and then I'm just going to mount my card onto the front there.
Love that. Love the satin ribbon on there. I did brown paper and red satin ribbon for my presents this year. which was lovely. Didn't buy hardly any
that's
presents,
nice.
didn't really see anyone, but the few that I did buy are wrapped up very beautifully. Sarah saying, yes, she remembers that with Ben,
Yeah.
Debbie, and it was so funny. She
was
says,
really funny.
Will saying that he can remember the exploding cake pops. I'm very impressed,
that's
Will,
brilliant.
if you can remember that. I think it was probably about 7 or 8 years ago. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Do you know what that might look lovely as well in that same design? You know, you have the little... is it calendars? Is that the right word? You know, you have the little calendars and you just have the little bit with the date, the day and the date.
Yes, you could put that on their desk
like a
calendar.
desk calendar. Yeah, I
that
think
would
that
make
would work
an
really well.
amazing. You're right, Joe. That would work really well. Yeah, just beautiful they are.
Absolutely gorgeous. Now, let me run you back through what you're getting, of course, there included in that collection. You are getting, remember, the lovely roses, which are these ones just here. You are getting then the beautiful lilies as well. You've got the hummingbird in there, which I just love. The floral butterfly, also, of course, butterflies always so popular. And then this one here, last but by no means least, is your precious poppies. I love this kind of like abstract look to the poppies. We're seeing a lot of that this year, and I think it really is awesome. I didn't know until recently as well that you get different coloured poppies. I think it's awesome. You get blue ones and all sorts. $44.99 or $58.27 if you want to get your hands on those ones. Right, I'm going down here. The great thing about having a great big studio, you see, is normally my little pen. My little corner in the old studio was only this big, so honestly everything was just here. I'm still getting used to having all of this room. Honestly, room for a pony. You could have a little trot round in here with a pony. It's massive, this studio. The spinners, I think these are awesome because what you've got is the opportunity to buy a full collection of these at a really reasonable price. £47 or $59 gets you all of them, and the cards that they make are really gorgeous. As a platinum member, $37.60 or $47.20 to get all of these. So what you've got is the stamps and the dies here, and the sentiment stamps as well, so you can cut the tabs. This is going to cut the aperture for you, and then you've got everything you need to create the spinning element. Debbie's going to take us through these and show us how awesome they are. But you've got the unicorn, you're going to get the elephant, you've got the twirling, that was, did I say that was an elephant? That was an elephant, that's clearly a dog, Joe. This one here is the bunny, and then you've got the cat there. You're also going to receive this one, which is the twirling bird. You've got the twirling bee, this one is my favourite, and you've got the twirling butterfly as well. Great price there to get a full collection. I love how modern they are. I think they're just really playful. And again, the great thing about these is if you love colour and you love adding colour, these are perfect, these stamps, to do that, but they're not going to take you very long. You could do a lot of them very quickly and have something that looks really gorgeous. £47 or $59 if you want to get your hands on that. Diane saying how much she loved that last card that you've just done there as well. Lots of people in the comments are asking for a better look at the catwalk of creativity, you know. Maybe I'll bring them forward before the end of the show, Johnny. What do you think? We'll do it on the front counter and we'll go through them all. We'll give you another chance to vote in the sort of last half an hour of this show. Right, very busy across lots of things that are on the show today. If you want to go for the over the edge, then that is what we are going to have a little look at next. Let me just grab these and I'll go through them for you. Some of these were available over in the States on HSN. Some of them are UK only. I'll go through the UK only ones first for you. This one here, this is your unicorn, as you can see, which is absolutely gorgeous there. Now the thing is about these, what's awesome is it gives you the chance to cut them in lots of different ways, and I'll show you what I mean by that as I go through this all of the options that you've got here. So you've got the unicorn here, and then what you've got here is the floral one just there. Then you've got that wonderful fairy I've got there as well. Right, let me take you through the rest of the boards that you can see here. So this one here, I love this one. This is your Birds and Bloom just here, which is brilliant. And then you're also going to get in here this one. Cheeky little monkey, this one. Well, he's not a monkey, he's a bear, but you get the thing. The other great thing about it is what you can do is you're going to be able to do the right cut through the right side, then you can cut over the top, or you can cut out the left side. So it gives you the options. It gives you the option to cut it in lots of different ways. You've got the dogs in here as well. You're also going to receive the feline friends, and you're going to get that gorgeous little mouse in there as well. £60 or $80. You can, of course, use your Club Inspired discount on everything that you see here on Crafters TV and everything across the whole website as well. £48 or $64 for this. If you're new to us, we get loads of new viewers every single day. If you are a new viewer, then hello and welcome. But I tell you what, let's share with you all the details of Club Inspired.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there of our fabulous Club Inspire. Make sure you join because it's a great way for you to get even more discounts, which you guys absolutely love. Now, I want to take you through, again, these birthday month floral stamp and die collection with 223 elements, and I think they're going to be definitely that collection that gets you out of a hole. You know, some days if you lost your crafty mojo, the great thing is no matter where we are in the year, you've got a birthday month flower that you're going to be able to fall back on. Let me run you through what you're getting in here. So you've got the carnation, which is your January flower. Then we also have the primrose for February. What you've also got is sentiments and embellishments for everything. So it's all about you making a full project, not just that decoupage floral element, because what you're going to be able to do is cut this element, but then you also have the decoupage pieces that go over the top. Now you could decoupage it up once, you could maybe even decoupage it up 2 or 3 times if you wish. That's your March daffodil. Daisies, that's the theme for April. May is all about Lily of the Valley, which is this gorgeous creation here. June is when we are looking at roses. Then you've got Delphinium for July. August is about the gladiolus. Aster is going to be your September flower. You've got the marigolds there in October. You've got chrysanthemums in November and poinsettias in December. Now, there's no, as I said earlier, there's no flower police. If you choose to use a poinsettia in March, you know, Leanne's not going to come around knocking on your door and telling you off. So, yes, it's lovely that you've got them all there laid out for you in the months, of course. But, of course, think about mix and matching. Think about using some of these floral elements, maybe with some other parts of your stash. They're all going to work beautifully together. £160 if you are in the UK. As a platinum member, though, you get a great saving on these. £128 in the UK, and $49.60 if you're in the US. That means Club Inspire Platinum members save $75.88 in the UK or $89.80 in the US, which is fantastic considering these are a brand new launch as well. It's really awesome to get that great saving on there too. Lots of love for these in the comments, Debbie. Easy to see why. They are so pretty, aren't they?
Oh, they are amazing. And I know that it's a very considered purchase, but what you are getting is 223 elements in here. You're getting die cuts and stamps that are going to last you for every single month of the year. I mean, look at the projects you're going to be able to do. You can colour them with whatever you need. They just look absolutely exquisite. I love, this one is one of my favourites. I do love a chrysanthemum. It's a beautiful, this is not a chrysanthemum, it's an aster. I thought I'd picked up the, never mind, it doesn't matter, it's an aster. We got two asters there. I obviously didn't pick it up, but I love this one. Look at this. Now, just putting it on to that craft card makes it look so designer, so unique. These flowers really lend themselves to using your nesting dies. They just look amazing. Just adding that splash of colour behind and putting that flower on just looks quite incredible. Each one of these is a different sort of variation on what you can do with them, different classic cards that you can make using that mirror card. I mean, that is just gorgeous. Such a special card to send to somebody. So if you've got an April birthday, or maybe just any card you want to say hello to someone for, they are going to look incredible. And obviously it wouldn't be a collection without having poinsettias. They really are simply beautiful. So lots of different creations we've got there. And maybe you want to make a box. So even making a gift box to give to someone, it just makes it that extra bit special. So what I am going to use the chrysanthemum. It's probably what I was thinking. Now, you've seen me stamp one out, so I've already stamped this one out. I've just stamped it on some Neenah cardstock. It's a great one because you're getting so much on each individual. So when you think about how many different stamps you get, your sentiment stamps, your embellishment stamps, your main flower stamp is quite incredible. And it comes out, the stamping that you are going to get from these stamps is amazing. You're then going to get all the die cuts for your embellishments, for your larger die. So we're going to cut out our largest die here. So I'm just going to take myself a little bit of tape and we're just going to tape that down so it doesn't move. I'm pretty sure that most of these dies will go inside your Gemini Junior or your Gemini Mini.
Awesome.
So providing they're no more than 3, yeah, I think we might just get away with it. So there's probably quite a few that you can put through. Without looking, there could be some that you will, I'm trying to find my plates while I'm talking. Got one, can't find, oh there we are, hiding them. You might find that some of them may be too wide or too thick, but I'm sure quite a few of them will go through. So obviously, because it is just a shaped outline die, it's going to cut absolutely beautifully and you're going to get that really crisp edge around your image. What I would suggest is before cutting it out, colour it first. Now the reason I say that is if you make any mistakes or you want to recolour, then you could just do your die cutting afterwards and you won't feel like you've wasted that at all. But look at the detail in that image, it really is amazing. So we're going to give this a quick colour and just show how beautiful they look, and then we're going to put a quite quick card together. So I'm just going to find myself some card to lean on. We'll just go on to this one that we were colouring. The reason I use a card underneath is because if your card bleeds, which it does, so where I coloured that rose before, you can see it's bleeding through, you need something to blot that onto. If you don't blot onto a card, all that colour will do is come back up to the surface and bleed out. So it's just about having a card stock underneath that you can colour onto. I love quick colouring. I love flowers. Although I do love to do detail and like to really put that gorgeous detail in, I also like to lay down just some quick colour. So giving this one just a colouring over, I'm using our Pal Pink blends from the Tri Blend. They are amazing pens. Again, I'm using them because they're so easy to use because there's the 3 colours in one pen. So I know that all that hard work's been done for me. Someone has thought about the colours and what's going to blend together beautifully. So just laying down that light colour. And then I'm going to go into my medium. So this time, this image is a great image if you are new to colouring because all the shading's been done for you. So all you do is you go along where all the dark parts are, because that is telling you that's where your darkness is going to be, because it's pretty much underneath all the petals because it's shading it. So if you think about something overlapping something else, you're obviously going to get that darker shade underneath. So it's really super easy to do this one, and you can take your time, you can add extras in, you can even, once you've got the hang of the tri markers, you can start mixing and matching the colours yourself and adding in some tones. You might even want to use the pencils that we had on in the previous show.
Well, so you took the words out of my mouth there, because I was going to say, would you think these would be nice watercoloured, either with our aqua markers or even the our aqua pencils or our colour tint pencils?
Yeah, any would look amazing over them. I'm a massive fan of wax pencils over alcohol colouring. It's so unique, so amazing. I absolutely love doing them. In fact, I'm going to ask Sarah if I can do a show with them, because it really is quite amazing, the different effects that you can get by using pencils over the actual alcohol markers, and they look amazing. So where you think you've got something that looks amazing, you've got something that then goes even further. So you can see, just quick colouring, we're getting all that shading. It's almost looking like it's translucent around the edge of the petals, even though there's colour in that, which looks incredible. Then I'm going to switch to my green. So I've just got my Dull Green blend. It's not a very nice name, is it?
No, do you know what? I always
Green.
think when we call them, like, some of the colours are a bit... Whether dull green doesn't sound very nice.
Where's the dull green?
I mean, I think let's call it muted green. You know, let's make our own colour up for it.
But actually, I think it's a really pretty green, the dull green, which is strange, isn't it?
Pretty but dull.
Pretty but dull.
Yeah, I know a few people like that, you know.
Joe, as long as I'm not one of them.
Sorry, I mean, none of them work here, or they're not Collins Eye lads. They are all people that I know from my home life.
Pretty but dull, yeah. So there we go. So all I'm doing is I'm adding that darker one. You can really see the difference in this one. It's really beautiful. So I'm going to then go in with my lightest one. Well, there's one thing for sure, Joe. There's never a dull moment.
What did you say? Never a Joe moment?
A dough moment.
Dough moment.
A dough moment, yeah. There's always a Joe moment.
Every moment's a Joe moment, it feels like, doesn't it, some days?
Everyone loves a Joe moment.
Yes, no, that moves me on to a term that I learned, a new term that I learned this week, himbo.
What?
You heard of this term?
What is it?
Himbo.
Himbo?
H-I-M-B-O, himbo.
Himbo. Oh,
it's a male bimbo.
No.
Really made me laugh. A himbo. What a great term.
Well, actually, it's about time, isn't it? Why is it always the women that get called bimbos? I love that. And all of that.
We're going to have to move on, I'm afraid, Debbie. We're going to get ourselves in trouble.
All of that from the word dull.
Dull.
Dull to mimbos. Oh, was it mimbos? Or is that a name I just made up?
Debbie, let's just move on. That is a beautiful dull green colour that you've achieved there on that leaf. Oh, she's off. That's it. We've lost her. Which flower is this you use? Is this the aster?
No, it's the chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum.
And I get both confused, Joe.
I told you I wasn't a horticulturalist earlier in the show. It is getting really busy though. All jokes aside, we do like to have fun, don't we? Too much
definitely.
fun, some might say sometimes, Debbie. But you've got a great saving on this collection. Remember, the price that you're seeing, of course, that's before club discount. So Platinum members can get the whole collection, all 12 stamp and die collections for £128 or £149.60. That means £75.88 or £89.80 is your club discount saving for Platinum members, which is absolutely awesome, I think. Well, that's a lovely cardstock that you've used there. Oh, it's got something on the back as well.
Yeah, it has. So this cardstock is from our butterfly collection. So we had the Nature's Garden butterfly. So if you've got that, these are the papers from there. So what was nice about that collection, it had little toppers on the back, which is what the back of this is. It had the toppers. But I've actually used my, because with this collection, Joe, as soon as I got it, I thought it really lends itself to all my nesting dies, because I'm a massive user of nesting dies. I use them pretty much on most things. I just love them. I think they come in handy for everything. And
They save you a fortune as well, don't they?
Yeah, they absolutely do. And they're great for creating these apertures and something different in your card. So I've got this cardstock, which I'm just going to pop on the inside. I'm keeping this, there is a pattern on here, but I'm keeping it very, very subtle because I don't want anything to take away from the flowers. I want the flowers to look the prettiest thing on the card. In fact, I want them to be my focal point.
Awesome.
So popping that inside. There we go. And then what I've also done with two of my nesting dies, I've just created a frame to go around that piece there. So again, where did I put that? Let's use that as a mask for my dotty tape pen. And just go around.
Oh, do you know I was looking earlier, wasn't I? You know, we were teasing you earlier about the stick and spray being sprayed everywhere. I've got a gift for you, Debbie. Hold the line. I'm coming back.
Joe's going to bring me a stick and spray now when I needed it earlier.
I've left
But
the
anyway,
studio.
so
I don't
what
know
I'm
if you can
doing
even
is
still hear me.
creating this outside
But I've got a gift from me to you. Oh no, it's the wrong one. Oh, Debbie.
And then we've got, so I've done some extras again for this one. I've just got myself some ribbon. I've also got some leaves and that chrysanthemum. And then I just stamped myself somewhere.
I tracked it down earlier, specially, and I thought you can keep this in your splash. This is the only way that I think you and Jan are going to remain friends.
Oh my God, I love that. Stick away. And I haven't got any. I'm going to wash my things before I leave tonight. Oh,
There
thank
you
Joe.
are.
Can I keep that?
You can indeed.
Oh.
I didn't pay for that though, if anyone is watching. I didn't pay for it. It does belong to the company already, so.
The worst thing about that though is I'm going to get in trouble if I don't clean it now, aren't
You
I?
really are. Zero excuses now.
Zero excuses. I put that in the
spotted
wrong
them when I was
place.
having my lunch earlier and I thought we definitely need to get Debbie one of those.
Right, I'm going to pop that one on the inside and then I'm going to create a flower on the outside there. So I'm just going to pop a little bit more glue on the top. So this is the great thing with your Collall purpose glue. You can actually reposition it. It doesn't stick straight away. It sticks straight away, but it's still wet for a little while. What's really nice about it is it's touch dry in an hour, but I would say leave it for a good sort of 12 hours to be solidly dry. It has no scent on it, which is amazing.
Because
So,
some of them, a bit whiffy, aren't they? The silicone
yes,
ones.
they are, absolutely. And I'm just going to pop my ribbon at the top. So I'm just using all these really pretty colours. And this is what I was saying about being mindful about your papers. You don't want something too fussy. You want them to make the actual flowers pop out of the card. And then I've just got some little butterflies, which I'm just going to place on the inside. I love this card. It's just really pretty, and you can make cards like this pure because you have the tools to do it with. They look amazing. And then I've got one more little flower. Let's pop that on here. And a little leaf to go with that. And that's pretty much it.
Awesome. Looks absolutely
And there we go. So when you
beautiful.
turn that round, you've got that beautiful flower on the outside, but then on the inside, when you open it up, it looks absolutely gorgeous.
Absolutely.
So just, there we go. So once it's closed, it's beautiful, and then when you open it, it looks beautiful.
Really lovely, because I mean, a lot of the time, I wouldn't say the inside is neglected, but often, of course, the outside of the card is, you know, it looks so much more finished, doesn't it, than the inside of the card. But there, what a lovely idea, what a lovely technique to make the inside as beautiful as the outside. It all starts, of course, with you getting these dies and stamps because the whole collection is very busy. Let me run you through what you've got. They are all in their month. So January is all about the carnation, as you can see there. Some really popular flowers in here, some more obscure ones as well. I think it's a nice mix of both. February is the primrose for you. Then on March, we have the daffodil. April, you've got daisy. May is the lily of the valley, which is awesome. June is your rose. July, it brings you the delphinium. In August, you're going to get that gladiolus. September is all about the aster. The marigold coming your way in October. Chrysanthemum for November. And poinsettia, that iconic Christmas flower, for December. If you want to get your hands on them, as I said, £128 or £149.60 if you are a platinum member. Platinum members therefore saving £75.88 in the UK or £89.80 in the US. Right, should we do the cards of the week? I think that is where we are going next. Right, so you guys are going to have to vote. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on you guys. It's the first one that we're going to do. One couldn't fit in my lineup, so I'm going to do him first. Now, did he have a name, this chap? It's Digby, the dog. And this is what Bernie created on the softer side of life a little bit earlier this week. That's our Debbie Fisher's favourite one. She says, I think it is super cute. Oh, his bone pops out as well. Look at that. So let's pop that under there. Now, let's move on to the rest of them. So Monday during launch party was this. So we're going to have to call them, aren't we? We're going to have to give them names as we go through. So we've got Digby. This one's Kingfisher. This was it a hummingbird? Sorry, my bad. Hummingbird. And this was Sarah on Monday at launch party. The next one, let's call this one Elephant. And this was Craig on Monday Makers, as you can see. The next one, let's call this Daffodil. And this is Launch Party on Tuesday with Sarah, if you want to vote for that one. The next one here, Created Cravings with Craig. Let's call this one Reef. If you want to vote for this one, you need to vote for Reef. Johnny, you're making a note of what all of these are called, by the way. How good. This one here, absolutely gorgeous. This is Sarah on Wednesday, on launch day. If you want to vote for this one, then you just need to pop Daisy into the chat. You can vote for these on Facebook or on YouTube as well. So Crafter TV on Facebook, Crafter Companion on YouTube. This was one of Craig's. This is a stained glass window technique. This is from our masterclass, which was on Thursday. So if you want to vote for this one, let's call this one Lighthouse. So put Lighthouse in the comments if you want to vote for this one. This next one just here, this was Craig's masterclass from a little earlier in the week. And if you want to vote for this one, then let's put Dandelion. Dandelion is what you need to put if you want to vote for that one. Two very strong contenders from Fiona here. Fiona's Colour Me Happy. If you want to vote for this one, let's put Watercolour. So if you want to vote for this one from Colour Me Happy using the tricolours, then you need to vote for Watercolour in the comments. Now, this one, also another strong contender. This was from the Rose Garden Masterclass with myself and Fiona. And if you want to vote for this one, you need to put Rose Garden in the comments. Rose Garden if you want to vote for the box frame. Still more to come. Gosh, we've got a lot of this. You wait until we've got even. You wait until we go 7 hours a day from tomorrow. I mean, we're going to need like a whole. We need to get some sort of Liam to come in and build us some sort of something to put all of these on. This was from the Craft House, Flower Forming Craft House with Craig yesterday. So I think if you want to vote for that one, you can put the word flower in the comments. This one just here, another one from Fiona. This was yesterday. That was actually using this is from the Inkpad Masterclass. This was using the 3D embossing folders and stencils that we've got on the show today. If you want to vote for this one, you're going to need to put butterfly into the comments. Butterfly. And a late contender from Debbie. I think this is up there I'm going to say it, I'm going to put my head, it's Fiona's Watercolour for me, or this one. If you want to vote for this one of Debbie's earlier today, put Fleur in the comments, F-L-E-U-R, Fleur, for that Fleur de Lis. So it's up to you. The power is in your hands. please don't get it wrong. There's a lot riding on this, okay, Crafters TV viewers. So the inaugural, because it's to be the inaugural demonstration of the week. I mean, it's a big deal. I think it is. I feel like we might need like a little awards as well as maybe putting people's names up on the wall. It's very, very busy still on the birthday month florals. We're going to go back to the craft kit. That is where we are going to go because it has been extremely busy. Remember, you've got all of that inspiration for the craft kits available to you at any point as well. crafterscompanionbox.com is where you need to go. But Debbie, absolutely chock-a-block full, isn't it, this craft box?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of my absolute favourites. I think it's brilliant and I just cannot get over how much is in there and the value that it's worth. So what this one is our 3D folders with stencils craft kit. Now, if you know our craft kits, you know they all come in this absolutely gorgeous box that Sarah gives her introduction to for the project kit. It's just superb. It's beautifully presented with lovely tissue paper printed with Crafters Companion. It's just an amazing gift or something you might like just for yourself. I'm going to turn this round actually because I think it'd probably be better for you seeing it over the overhead camera and we could get a good idea. So with the first one, we're getting our embossing folder. Now, the embossing folders is a 3D embossing folder, which means you've got that sculptured effect that looks absolutely incredible. Now, our normal 3D embossing folders would cost around $7.99. You are then getting 2 stencils to go with it. So you're getting that overlay stencil, so you can get that precision ink in through there, and you can do whatever colours you want, plus you're getting that background stencil. You're then getting the poppy one, which is beautiful. It's just a lovely one. I'm going to demo this next because it really is a gorgeous one to use, and I'm going to do something slightly different with it.
Just a really quick update on the demo of the week. Watercolour and Fleur are both out in the lead at the moment. So if they're not your favourite, you need to get your vote in. Rose Garden also sneaking up, but Watercolour and Fleur in the lead at the moment. I will keep you abreast. I feel like a commentator at the Grand National.
So we've got our stencil one and then we've got our background stencil as well. I love the fact we're getting 2 different stencils. Mix and match them. So if you wanted to go with the one that comes in the vase pack and you wanted to use that as your background, you can also do that. Your choice is absolutely yours. Then we've got this one. This dotty stencil for me is just a must-have because I think you can use this on so many things and it gives real texture. And if you've got textured paste in your stash, you could use it through these stencils and they would look incredible. So we've got the butterfly 3D embossing, the overlay for it, and then that background. Then we've got ribbons, and it's just the fact that you're getting all these different size ribbons. Everything's been thought about for you. So you're getting them in the turquoise, the green, the orange, but plus in 3 different sizes, which is quite incredible. Just absolutely beautiful organza ribbon. You're getting those dewdrops, which when you put them down, they really do look amazing on your cardstock. A whole pack of those. You're getting your pack of coloured gems that are going to coordinate with all your ribbons and your papers that you're getting in the stash. You've then got 3 different types of cardstock in there. So you're getting 24 pieces of your cardstock in different, not cardstock, sorry, card blanks in different parts. And then you're getting your envelopes to match those 3 different sizes as well. There's nothing worse, is there, than making a card and then not having the envelope to go with it. You're then getting stamps to go there. So your stamps are thinking of you, thank you, and happy birthday. So they're going to go through all the year of whatever you want to send a card for. You're then getting on top of that, finally, is your papers, which are so, I mean, that paper there is just gorgeous. I love that heart one. Got beautiful florals in there. You've got butterfly papers. You've got that gorgeous dotty, vibrant green there, really zesty. They really are beautiful, gorgeous colours. And then you've got all the coordinating blank cardstock, that solid colour that you can then pop all your different card blanks together. Everything in the kit that you need to make those gorgeous cards. So shall we look at a few stencils? Look at a few samples and then we will get on to demo.
But it's getting tense. We
Tense.
might need a recount, apparently, that's the way it goes. And Johnny has informed me it is not a federal offence if you vote twice, is what we're saying for the demo of the week. But we could be recounting. I mean, let's hope we can get those votes recounted before 6 p.m. and deliver you a decisive result. Watch this space, Debbie.
It gets all very competitive, doesn't it? Thank you for voting for my card though. So a few little samples here of what you can do with this craft kit, which is truly incredible. Honestly, the value in this is amazing. They're flying out because you're all loving them. So we've got that beautiful poppies, and look at that background stencil. Looks so amazing. Just adding all that detail in through the stencils, the beautiful, absolutely gorgeous and really vibrant colours that we've got. All these colours and all the papers that you can see, these are in the kit. All those stencils, everything you see is just amazing. All you would need to add to this box is some glue and some ink pads, and you've actually got a kit to last you all year round. I just adore that poppy one. Then we've got the vase one again, just running through the final few, and then just the one that I made earlier with that vase and creating it as a topper, cutting it out. Just some different ways of how you do those embossing folders. Right, I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're going to actually emboss onto black card, and there is not going to be any gilding wax in sight. So
no gilding wax in sight?
No gilding wax.
Wow,
no.
Debbie, you have changed.
So not that I don't love gilding wax, I just wanted to use something else. So again, feeling well, actually it doesn't matter where the card goes, it's black on both sides. So I'm going to pop my folder into here. I'm just going to lift that up, put that a little bit short, but that doesn't matter if we've lost a little bit of the bottom. So with 3D embossing folders, you need your plastic shim, your magnetic mat, your folder and your card, and your top plate. And then we're just going to pop that through. So I'm using my Gemini Junior plates in my Gemini. I know I keep recapping on that, but just in case someone's just joined us, because they fit through and it makes for a quick demo. So I'm going to lift that up and look at this. I mean, what you really do get the most beautiful, we can't really see it because it's black, but all will become clear. So I'm going to lay my first stencil over the top. And what I'm going to use, instead of gilding wax, I'm actually going to bring in my Red Garnet Midas ink pad. I love the Midas ink pads. They're amazing. They are pigment ink pads, which means they have tons of pigment in them. Then what I'm going to do is I have some daubers. I think we probably have daubers on the website. So if you did want to grab your daubers, you will see them on there. And then I'm going to use them to go through with this ink pad. So just popping that into
the Rose
place.
Garden, that box frame of Fiona's is creeping up on the outside, as well as Watercolour and Fleur still just about being out in the lead, Debbie. So make sure you get those decisive votes in, okay? These daubers are like hen's teeth, Debbie. Honestly, don't leave them knocking around because someone will have them, you know. They're like gold dust.
I hide mine. Yeah, I absolutely hide mine. Yeah, I love them. They are so amazing. Oh, they're in stock.
Are they in stock?
Yes.
No.
Oh, that's exciting.
Wowzers, how much are they, Johnny? They're $24.99 in the UK.
And they will last you such a long time. They're so worth it.
Yeah, get 40 in there as well. Get a couple of sets if you can stretch to it. I mean, 'cause they are that useful, aren't they, Debbie?
Yeah, they really are. They're amazing. I mean, you can see I use mine all the time, but I've still got loads free. So all these ones going around here, colours that I haven't used them with. So I haven't even touched them yet. I had them on Create and Craft Joe yesterday and they sold out. So I'm quite sure they must have got some in on our website. So that's quite handy.
So if you did miss them on Create and Craft yesterday, when they did sell out, yes, now's your chance. Do come in and grab them because they are in stock, ready to go.
And they're really good for intricate work. So if you've got tiny little bits you want to get into and you don't want to waste too much of your ink, because really we're only putting this ink exactly where we need it, the daubers are amazing. So just going through, I've got one more. So I'm just moving my fingers as we go. I'm so excited that I've got some stick away.
You've got it. It's there.
Yeah,
it's ready to go.
Thank you for getting that for me, Joe. Honestly, that's amazing. Right, so...
Yeah, I love that you're going to take it home. I mean, I didn't actually buy it, but I mean, I think you'll be all right. I don't think anyone's going to tell you... I don't think anyone's going to tell either of us off, Debbie.
No, I think we'll be okay,
technically, you
Joe.
are stealing it when you leave the building. Just putting that out there.
He's putting that out there. That's so funny. I'm not stealing it.
That's it, she's gone again now.
Well, I am stealing it, aren't I?
You are. Well, you are. You just told everyone you just said it on
I did,
TV.
I said it.
You're about
yeah,
to steal
I
it
said
at the end of the show. So
I'm
there you
going
go.
to steal it, yeah. Well, I could say that it was given as a gift. That wouldn't be lying. And I have all the viewers to back me up. Yeah, so actually, Joe, yeah. I don't think, I don't
You've been watching too many of these true crime documentaries, you see. Possession as well, apparently, is 9/10 of the law, so...
I have been watching, actually. Have you watched The Ripper?
Wow, so here we go. I have. I'm not. I don't think it's something we should really be talking about on Crafters TV, though, Debbie.
No, but you said about crime. I was just saying. I just watched it. I'm not going to talk about it, Joe. I was just saying.
Okay. I think it's a slightly sensitive subject.
But look at this. I mean, look how incredible does that look? It was amazing.
People want to know how you've done that without taping your stencil down. Or is it just taking your time?
So it is just taking your time, absolutely. The daubers really help because they get that precision in. But also, it's because the stencils are such good quality and because you've got an embossing, that actually clicks into the embossing. So there's nowhere it can go really. So it holds quite well. So yeah, so you've got that. But then you can actually go in with your top stencil, Joe, and actually use the background. And we don't need to put a lot. I don't want to do too much. I just want to put a little pattern in the background. So I'm just going to sort of use my
I really love that trellis pattern. I think it's really gorgeous. It's almost a little bit sort of Moroccan tile-esque, isn't it?
Yes, it is, exactly like that.
Very, very busy on this craft box. Remember what you're getting in here. You are, of course, getting all your 24 card blanks, 24 envelopes. You're getting 3 of your acrylic stamps. You're also going to get three, I'll try that again. 3 3D embossing folders, 6 stencils, 9 pieces of ribbon, 100 adhesive dewdrops, 100 adhesive gems, coloured card pack, and you're getting all of those printed papers in there. You're going to make 24 cards at least, but you're going to be left with a load of hardware left over, which is going to stay in your stash pretty much forever, I'd say. Wouldn't you, Debbie, as long as you look after it?
Yeah, absolutely. So this one, Joe, I've actually heat embossed. So if you put your clear embossing powder on there, you can actually heat emboss, and look how beautiful those petals look, just amazing. But this time I switched it out and used the dotty background, so putting that through, and then with this one we used a different one, but they just look amazing, and it's just something different to do on dark card. I absolutely love this craft box. There's just so much you can do with it.
Awesome. It looks absolutely beautiful, and also, you know, play around with the colorways, play around with the cardstocks that you use, and you could create something quite easily using the same set of using the same folder and stencil that looks totally different.
Absolutely, yeah, beautiful.
Rose Garden is creeping up. That Rose Garden box frame, apparently you've got 3.5 minutes to cast your votes for the demonstration of the week. So make sure you get them in it. It really is your last chance now to vote. I'm quite excited to see who wins, actually. It's quite fun, the first one that we've actually done this. Now, if you want to go for the craft kit, remember it's number 32. Loads you collecting all of them. If you are already in the craft kit subscription, do not order this box. If you haven't already received it, you will be receiving it very, very shortly. If you're in the subscription, you do not need to worry about it. You are fully taken care of. If you are here in the UK, of course, you will not be in the subscription. So then absolutely grab it, and grab it right now. I'd love to know if any of you out there have received your box yet, because they are shipping any day now, which is absolutely fantastic. And great value. Just the embossing folders alone, I think we would agree are worth around the cost of the whole box there. Now, something else that we launched this, oh, sorry, wrong one. Something else that has proven very, very busy in this show is the cut and emboss folders. Now, these are awesome. I think especially if you are batch making, you've got a lot of cards to make, these are awesome. What I love about them as well is that you've got the aperture there, so it means you can play around with different textures behind. Because you get the positive and the negatives, you get this bit that pops out. How about paper piecing them back in a contrasting colour? It's another option for you. So loads of different ways that you're going to be able to use these, which is brilliant. And I love that they're all very usable sentiments that you're going to be able to use across a lot of your different projects. £42 in the UK, $49 if you're in the US. The savings are awesome, $35.94 or $40.94. That's before you've even popped any of your club inspired discounts on there as well. $33.60 in the UK if you're platinum, or $39.40 in the US. Right, I want to share with you, I was going to say something that we launched very recently were our 3D folders, which are fantastic, and these are kind of an extension, really, aren't they? That craft kit is on a very similar theme almost, but of course these are much bigger and much more extensive. So in here you've got lovely roses. You've also got the beautiful lilies in here. We also then have that one that's the hummingbird. What did I call it? I called it a kingfisher, didn't I? Getting my kingfisher and my hummingbirds confused. I wonder what anatomically the difference is. I'm going to find out after the show. We've got the floral butterfly for you there. And then we also have this one here, which is the dandelions. You've got the precious poppies here as well. $44.99 or $58.27. You can tell Johnny's been doing the homeschooling, you know, because I was like, anatomically, you know, what's the difference between a hummingbird and a kingfisher? And he was like, well, I think you'll find one eats fish and one eats nectar. I tell you what, Johnny, you've really been brushing up on your science there. I am very, very impressed. Shall we? Debbie's got some lovely finished projects that she wants to share with us that have been made using these. There's some gorgeous, gorgeous ones, isn't there, that have been made using this, Debbie?
We are so lucky. We have an amazing design team and they create beautiful pieces of work. This one's incredible. Linda Fitzsimmons made this one. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's created with one of those folders, and what I love about this is using it in a totally different way, chopping part of it down and then using it to carry on but in a different concept card. So that's our side stepper. That's been heat embossed using those pigment ink pads. Looks incredible. I think there's something very special about an embossing folder that then comes with stencils, because you get so much more detail and you get so much more precision as well in what you're doing. So wherever you're applying anything, the one we made earlier here with the actual roses, it just looks so pretty. And I do love this poppy one. It is a little bit sort of pop arty, isn't it? It just looks very special. And then we've got things like this one, which is so understated. It's the sort of one that you could send to anybody in the post and anyone would appreciate that, with a nice little letter inside. Keeping it simple by just embossing onto some coloured cardstock and then adding either your Gildan or Midas ink pads there, and keeping it muted. I do love all these sort of muted colours being heat embossed. They just look incredible. That butterfly one is so bold and beautiful, along with that hummingbird, another one that just stands out. I mean, I really, if anybody opens a card with that hummingbird on like that, they're just going to love it. It looks so beautiful, and they are going to wonder how you got all that colour into there. Really love this one. It's just very sort of different. It looks almost like it's been painted. It's very, very beautiful. And then another one with, I mean, that's using the same embossing folder, and it just looks very, very different. And this one, I love this one. It's absolutely gorgeous. So Leslie, she did this one. It's so gorgeous. It's been done using embossing powders, gold and silver, or bronze and silver, and just looks amazing. And then a couple more just really beautiful ones. That poppy one's beautiful with a really lovely sentiment on there. And then the last one of that hummingbird. I mean, so, so beautiful, Joe. I just don't think we've done better embossing folders with stencils before. They look amazing.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Really, really awesome there, as you can see. Right, the winner of the week, the demonstration of the week, is going to be revealed. I'm going to do a top three, okay? There's only going to be one winner that we're going to hold on to. But the winner, well, the third place is Debbie Fisher with the Fleur de Lis in third. Debbie, which I tell you what, I think that's pretty good going, Debbie. Out of 10 shows,
Yeah.
that was third. I think
I'll
that's
take
gorgeous.
it.
Really, really wonderful. Love that. Right, second place. I feel like Dermot O'Leary at the X Factor. In second place, it is Fiona Clayton's Watercolour was in second place. It was absolutely beautiful. Now, that means we have a winner. The votes have been counted, they have been recounted, and in some places counted again and independently verified. And we have seen off legal challenges to let you know the winner is Rose Garden. Fiona, with that gorgeous Rose Garden box frame, is the winner. I feel like we might need to work on an applause sound effect for next week, Debbie. But Fiona is the winner, first one.
Should we put a star instead of a tick?
All right, let's put a star.
Let's put a star. There we go. Next to
Awesome.
Fiona. So, oh, poor Sarah. She was putting more in to get it.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean,
Well done,
Fiona did have 3 goes this week as well, in all fairness. She did have 3 shows. So, I mean, that was absolutely awesome. So that is our first winner. I don't know what we do with it now. I guess does it go on the bookshelf? Should we put it, I'll put it on the shelf over here. There we go. Onto the shelf of success. I'm not in the shot. There you go. Sorry, I was coming back. Yes, so congratulations to Fiona. I thought that was loads of fun voting on our favourite demos in every show, and then in the week is a whole one for the week too. And maybe we'll do one for the month. Maybe we could even do one for the whole year. I mean, PPE Pam was suggesting it earlier, and I think it is a great shout. We could have one a month, and then we could have at the end of the year, we could do the whole year's one. How epic would that be? Yes, and then maybe at the end of the year, we could give them all away, all of the ones from the whole of the month. Who knows? We'll work on it. We'll have a little think about it. Right, tomorrow, very, very exciting. You need to, if you can be here, if your alarm clock allows, you need to make sure you're joining us tomorrow at 9 a.m. UK time, which is 4 a.m. Eastern time. I'm asking Johnny. Me and Johnny are both. We had a wall of clocks in the old studio. We used to be able to work it out. But yes, I believe it's 4 a.m. Eastern time, 1 a.m. Western time. So 9 a.m. Is when Craig will be here, because we're starting our brand new schedule tomorrow. So wake up call with Craig. It is 4 a.m. Eastern time, 1 a.m. Western time. So make sure you're here. Then that's going to be fun. It's going to be really interactive. There's going to be lots of behind the scenes. He's going to have lots of guests joining him in the studio via Skype. It's going to be something that you guys can all really get involved with. Then after that, at 11 a.m., you're going to have the first of 2 installments of Craft Vault. So 11 a.m. tomorrow, I'll be here with you with the first of our Craft Vaults. That will be 6 a.m. Eastern time, 3 a.m. Western time, so West Coast time. So make sure you join me for that. That's all going to be about really awesome deals, really quick demonstrations. It's going to be a 1-hour show. The first hour, kind of more program for our UK viewers. We will then have our 2 standard 2-hour shows in the middle. So tomorrow it is a masterclass, firstly, at 1 p.m. And then also after that, we will then have Monday Makers. But then we're adding another Craft Vault at the end of the day. So 7 p.m. UK time, which is 2 p.m. Eastern time, or 11 a.m. Western time, West Coast time, I believe, there will be another show. So Craig's Wake Up Call with Craig is going to be running Monday to Friday. The extra Craft Vault shows, they are going to be here every day of the week, 7 days a week. And the reason we've done this is because we know a lot of places, including us here in the UK, are going back onto a much stricter lockdown. So a lot of us are indoors, we can't get out. We thought we'd bring you a load of extra programming, keep you company. So we're definitely going to be doing it over the lockdown. We're going to be bringing you loads of extra hours live with you, 7 hours a day, Monday to Friday, and Saturday and Sunday here, 6 hours as well. Lots of love for Charlotte in the comments as well, saying how great Charlotte's camera angles were in this show. I know, move over, Adam and George. Charlotte is in town. Right, it's been an absolute pleasure being with you all day today. Not so much love for Johnny, but you know, such is life. Now, I love you, Johnny. Big thank you to the guys over there somewhere in the gallery. Honestly, it's cavernous in here now. I don't actually know where I am. If I had to go and find the gallery, I'd probably get lost. I'd probably actually put a little bit of string out so I could find my way back. That is how big these new studios are. Debbie, of course, massive thank you to you as well. You'll be back with us tomorrow, won't you, for shows?
Yeah, definitely at 1 p.m.
Brilliant. Can't wait for that.
Edgeable, yes, Edgeable Masterclass.
Indeedy doody deedy. Yes, so a whole day of shows. As always, the biggest. It's been one of those days today, isn't it? It's been a bit odd, isn't it? It's definitely been a Sunday, but I've loved it. I'll be back with you tomorrow, and I'll be here all day on Tuesday, and then Ben will be back with you for a few days. So it's really going to be a fun week. Excited to start the new schedule. Whatever you get up to, if you're here in the UK, enjoy your evening. If you're across in the States, enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care.